Hello everyone, Eddie here. Trycraft server, playing the DNS tech pack. Sip of me coffee, keep me going. Ah dear, where was I? Yes, we haven't chopped all the trees down. This is a totally different village. This is Eddieville. Spawntown is somewhere in one of those directions. I can't remember now. Get down the ladder, you. Where do you think you're going? Best not push me off, I won't be happy. Yeah, what it is, decided that I'd come out and, hello, God, be nice. Thank you. Don't go down there because you'll end at the bottom. I thought I'd come out and grab a nice walled village for Eddieville before they all got ransacked and raided and everything went missing. So I claimed this one. It's about 600 blocks from spawn in one of those directions. I fixed up the smeltery so the smeltery works. Put a bit of mining through it to give us some ores and stuff. We have two forges. This was just to stop people coming in and emptying everything I had in there, which isn't a lot. Built myself an anvil, kept the little library intact. We've got plenty of little farms. I did run around. I've patched all the walls. I've put garage doors from carpenter's blocks in with iron bars in it to give us a gateway. But it's quite a nice area. We've got a mushroom biome over there, which is no surprise on this map. Oh, we've got a few issues. Now, I don't mind too much, but apparently after the first couple of nights we have no mobs. Even on a blood moon, I ran around in the blood moon in the dark and I only saw 2 zombies, which is pretty limiting really. A lot of us don't mind there being no mobs, and some of us would prefer more mobs, which is understandable because, you know, it could get a little boring if there wasn't anything to kill. Done a bit of tidying up here as well, put the stairs in. I haven't gone all the way around yet, but I did do a bit of it. I'll take a little mooch round as I'm talking. So we've got no mobs, which is a bit disconcerting for people. They like the idea of having a mob, so they can make mob farms and stuff like that. They are there if you get a spawner, and they are there if you do other stuff. Like Cursed Earth, we think, but we're not 100% sure. And that's that little pillar says where I run out of doing stairs. So we're not 100% certain what's happening with this world, because the other issue is the mushroom biomes. Every other biome seems to be a mushroom biome, which is crazy. We can't be doing with it. It's like way too many mushrooms. We don't need that many in our life. Would I survive that? Not very healthily. Looks like I'm going the long way around. Oh no, what I can do. We got morph, haven't we? And I found a bat. I can fly. I can fly over to the castle. This is the mini castle in the walled villages. It's not bad. It's a little keep. It's got 4 little towers. No chests. I don't know whether it spawns these guardsmen or whether they come from elsewhere, but that's Clyde, I named him. And somewhere around here there's a chicken called Jeremy as well. But that's only because I had a couple of name tags and I couldn't name a villager. It wouldn't let me name a villager. Right. Yeah, so we've got these mushroom biomes. And by all accounts, I haven't been far. I've literally been Spawntown to here, which is like 600 blocks. give or take a smidge. It's like even my MacBook's not even opening this one up. But they're huge. And there are a lot of reports of messes and messes and messes of mushrooms in them. Which is under discussion whether that's taken up the mod count or not. Now that's interesting because that wicker man sitting there, is that going to spawn mobs in a mushroom biome? Because mobs don't normally spawn in there. But look how big this biome is. Oop, lost it on the map now. Just on the map alone, it's horrendously huge. And there's so many mushrooms. And it is a big debate whether this world is a little bit broken, or whether it's supposed to spawn like this in the DNS pack. Nobody knows for sure. No one else has had the pack spawn like this when they played single player. They've had the odd mushroom biome, but nothing as silly as this. And it's not just this one, it's almost every other biome, people are saying. Poor old Scoops went looking for a base and went jungle, mushroom, jungle, mushroom, jungle, mushroom. And talk about extremes. I mean, my area's not too bad over here. But it is a mighty big mushroom zone. Which is alright if the mushrooms do something special, but they're pretty boring. If you had a heavily mobbed area, great to live in because I don't produce mobs. But at the moment we haven't even got the mobs. So it's like, what's the point? So we're not 100% sure what's happening with this map at the moment. It may end up staying, we may end up playing it with limited mobs, we may end up fixing it and getting loads more mobs. Or we may end up changing the pack, changing the world, changing everything. Nobody knows yet. It is very much up in the air. With that being said, I haven't started anything massive yet. Because I have some brilliant ideas for this. And if we come over here, we have a nice little meteorite if nobody's dug a hole in it. Which would be nice if they haven't, because I kind of want an intact meteorite for the moment. Because that is going to become like a Stonehenge type thing. Over this way, I think it is. Is it? Or is it over the other way? I've got factorization monolith boss. Unless that's the one that... No, he couldn't have done. He wouldn't have done. Mr. P wouldn't have woken there. He hasn't woken my one. That's alright. I have a factorization monolith boss. Quite what they do, I don't know, but he didn't like it. So, yeah, I'm not activating him, but that could be another part of a temple ritual type thing. Got sporadic puddles of sludge probably knowing that. So we've got a nice mountain range on this side. With normal cows. Hello normal cows. But it's not bad spawn, so I'd really be disappointed if we lost this world. Even with the lack of mobs, I'd be disappointed. But then at some point, I'm going to want the mobs. Otherwise there's no point having the guards and the castle and defending everything. Does that make sense? No, not really. Me neither. Anyway, I moved all my junk over from the other building. Let's go back to me shape. From the other building in Spawn Town. Let's get on the ground, that'll help. And literally just chucked it all in here in chests. Including all the junk I gathered from elsewhere. You name it. It's like messes of it. And Scoops pointed out a lovely one. Which I thought was really good. Not that one, it's this one. Decanisodium. DNS tech pack. Put these together for tools. and you get some cracking tools like a plus 13 attack on your sword, plus 7 attack on a pick, even 10 attack on an axe. Even a shovel hits with a plus 3, but they're mighty good picks and tools, quick and anything. Also, you add to that a repair talisman in your inventory. It'll repair your armour and repair your tools. It does work. It don't need an alchemical bag. It doesn't need an alchemical chest. You just put a talisman straight in your inventory. Now, I'll try and demonstrate this. Took where, fixed. There you go. It does work, honest. It's... No, I'll prove it again. Took where, twice. That's the other thing we got. Massive block leg. And fixed. Yeah, oh. Yes. That's the other issue we're running at the moment. Punch, punch, punch. Pops it back. Then pops it off. Not good. Does your head in after a while. It's playable, but it will drive you mad. I did make myself a condenser, which have changed now. So if I want an egg, put that up there, and it just puts an image of the egg up there, not the actual egg. Then if I put in, say, they're quite expensive, aren't they? We'll put one of them in. We'll put one of them in there, and it will give me the eggs. Boop, 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 boop. And click on that, and it just disappears because that's not your egg. But then if I wanted the one of them back, you put the image in there, because I've still got the original in my hand, and it gives you it back. Slightly different to what it used to be, but I like it. It just means you haven't got to lose the article there. Biggest thing I'm using it for is with the smelter. You put your bucket of lava there. You get whatever you want to trade in, and you have yourself unlimited lava buckets. You just chuck them in and you'll get lava, which is really handy for, oh yeah, that'll do. It's really handy for the, oh what's it, smeltery. And of course you get your bucket back, but you chuck your bucket back in there and let it smelt down into more lava buckets. But yeah, it's good, it works. Everything doesn't go through it at the moment is osmium. That's depressing. I had to cook that normally because I haven't got any machines up yet. I've got loads of ideas for this place. As I say, I've got all the monuments outside. I'm thinking of a couple of temples in here, like a factory complex for a few machines. I don't want to go crazy with the machines because the leg issues I think are going to kill us. There is a square, which is kind of a town square if I can find it. We have an approximate town square here, which isn't very big. But if you come here, there's a bigger one. So that would probably work better as a town square. Let's go back to battle mode. I keep trying to fly. And alley up. Let's say we've got a guard tower, which is currently where my bed is at the moment. Ooh, let's get back out there. Currently where I parked my bed, because I didn't know where else to put it at the time. We have like a basic Trycraft tower, the big guardian place, a big house, 2 foundries, loads of farms, loads of little buildings, that little library and quite a few other little libraries. So we're not short of buildings, not short of villagers. We've got plenty of guards about. Mind you, I will hold my hand up, there's probably fewer villagers than there should be. I did have a bit of an accident. Well, in fact I had 2 accidents. I found a lucky block. So I hit a lucky block and fell into a hole, died in lava at the bottom. Had to go and get all my stuff out from the gravestone in the bottom of the lava, which first rage quit. Thought lucky blocks, waste of time. come across another lucky block, sitting there minding its own business all on its own, quite nearby. In fact, it was... which way was it? Over this way, I think. Because I know these took a bit of a pounding over here. Because we got mob griefing off, but that was over this way. Over near the meteor. We got mob griefing off, so we don't damage the buildings or anything. Lucky block, somewhere over there. I clicked on it, blooming wither. A wither boss. So the wither boss took me out straight away, because I was only in, like, osmium armour, didn't have a bow and nothing. So it wiped me out quite quickly. Killed a load of sheep and horses I had over in this field, then promptly come straight over to here and started murdering villagers. Even the guardsman couldn't take it down. So I had to go into creative to kill the wither just to get rid of it. Otherwise I'd have had a wither hovering over my village until I got tools or weapons up to take it on. But a blooming wither boss has wiped out half my villages, took a lot of my guards down, so hopefully they'll respawn. If not, I shan't be a happy bunny. But this is kind of where we're at and what we're doing. Spawn Town's not really changed much, just a couple more people moved into it. But we're going to go back and work on that in between working on this one sort of thing, so we'll do a bit in both. Try stuff here, if it works here, take it over to that one. The Tryhards are out finding places. Tryona's just found a nice little hole. Dyson's found a nice little, like an inlet to a jungle. Scoops is still looking, I think. He's on a mooch looking for somewhere. Mountain Dew flew past the other day looking for somewhere to reside. And she thinks she's found another village like this one, walled village. So we're sitting there tempting to do a walled village each and see how different they appear from each other, they turn out. But it's such a big thing, they're not going to be the same. Because there's so much to do and so many ideas you can put into these. What else have we got? Mr. Payton's been on and found the factorisation boss, and I think he died to that one. I'm not 100% sure because I had to log out, but I think he died. I'm pretty sure White Tiger's either been on or is going to be on. Kana's left Spawn Town temporarily to go and find a big mountain, which I think he's found to the north, so he will be over there. I came east, so Spawn Town is over there. And this is what, I'll show you what I mean by we have no mobs. Now, I spent a lot of time lighting all this up with a lot of torches. I went over, because I didn't have condenser at the time, I went over to Dry's place, borrowed his condenser. So I put 2 emeralds in it and come away with like 10 stacks of torches. And I used most of them here and some of them at Spawn Town. But there were torches upon torches upon torches. I just blitzed through everything, torching it all up. But you know, I'll get out of bat mode because bat mode's probably not going to be safe if a mob does appear. But rumour has it, and the way things are showing up, we got these really nice swords and nothing to kill. Nobody's seen the creeper, let alone killed a creeper. Apart from the first night, there's been no real mobs. There was a blood moon that had mobs in it the first time. Second time, I found 2 zombies. Since then, people just carry on. Blood moon, yeah, just stops us sleeping now. But no, it is depressing to a certain degree because it's annoying enough people on the server that there's no mobs, that it's jeopardising keeping this pack, which is a shame because it's a good pack, there's a lot to it. This is a nice world apart from all these stupid mushroom biomes. But if we do a change, we do a change, and we'll try and get it all fixed and sorted for next time. But I don't know, would people want to watch us play a peaceful world with a load of mushrooms in it? I know some of us would find it incredibly tedious. I'd be alright because I can do my building and stuff. It just means I'm not going to die to getting Sheep, don't do it. Don't go there. Don't be mesmerised. Save yourself. Because I've got plenty of things I can do with building side of it now, but other people like to do the mob battles and the mob spawners. And there's a recipe for every single piece of mob drop in here. So they've encountered this problem before, so they put the recipes in there to counter it. But it doesn't help us if we want the mobs. We want the mobs. Is it part of the pack? Do we know? None of us has found out anything to solve it at all. Well, it's not right, is it? Still out here at night, not a mob, not even a zombie. First time I've missed creepers. Hello sheep, you're perfectly safe, aren't you? You're a killer sheep. No. But no, it's weird, So, we're not 100% sure what's happening with the pack yet. I know a lot of us, including myself, would like to keep it if we can resolve the mob issues and maybe put up with the mushrooms. But if we have to change it, I appreciate why, and I won't dispute it too much. I'll just find another village and turn it into one of these. You coming in, sheep? Coming in? The door's open. I'll leave it open. Coming in. Sod you then. Missed your chance. See, look. He could have come in then, couldn't he? Yeah, but didn't want to do it. No. Are you looking at me? I'm watching you. You're the black sheep of the family, I know you. Right. Where's the seat? There goes the guards committee, they're just standing around. I wonder if Clyde's here, he usually is. Look, there he is, see, he's a troublemaker, he's in there, Clyding it. And who's Jeremy around this side? There he is! Hello, Jeremy! I found you, as I said him, I found him. But look, what can you do? Push them through walls. Best one is open the door. And you come around here and you can surf them out of doors. Go on, villager. Go sleep outside. You know you want to. It'd be a great way of herding villagers if you have a pit. And you can just push them into the pit while they're in their bed. Stay there with your feet sticking out. Hello, don't tell anyone. I've been messing about with villagers. Yeah, sorry. You don't, yeah, okay. Doesn't say a lot, but he's hard. Oh well, I'm going to call it there because I'm just derping now. Till we know what's really going on, it may go a bit quiet. But hopefully it's going to get sorted very soon with decisions and stuff like that, and we'll know what's happening. And somewhere around here I have a door to this place. Yeah. And these two, are they still in here? Having a little mothers meeting. Or just you. Subscribe a lot. Get down there and do some gardening. Go on. Get down there and do some gardening. Bye then. See you later. Oh, that was funny. Used to be up here, but gradually fallen down. Yeah, so I'm going to call it there, everyone. Have a brilliant day. And I shall see you next time. Bye.